What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 98. Let's fucking go. We're just about pulling up on 100. Yes. It sucks that it's not going to be like the week coming up. You know what I mean? I totally forgot that there's nothing next week, and whatever. We'll get there when we get there.
We'll just skip an episode. It's fine. We'll technically line up anyway because we skipped an episode in the past, I think.
I mean, we could just do some bullshit thing if we wanted to also.
Either way, we got two historic events to talk about from this past weekend, right? We had Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, and a historic event out of the UFC Apex. Kitty punches and headbutts, you know what I mean?
That's true.
I don't think we've ever seen both of those things on the same card, you know? Like, that's...
I haven't seen either of them live like that. So true. Yeah. Historic as hell.
Many things to get into. Many fun stuff. Before we do all that, like and subscribe if you enjoy the podcast. We much appreciate everyone that does. Hell yeah. But before we talk about the boxing, even though, like, you know, normally we'll go into what happens first, we're talking about UFC first. We had an event out of the Apex. We gotta love them, you know what I mean?
This one was definitely one of the UFC events of all time. That I can say.
It's just crazy because overall it really wasn't that bad, but on paper it's super not great.
It was not exciting. I feel looking at it heading into it.
And not only that, it was also the fact that we had Usyk, Fury going on at the same time as a lot of the fights.
Yeah, it definitely hurt on some of that watching, but
yes.
You know, it is what it is. You gotta watch the big fights as they're happening, you know?
Yeah.
But at least the boxing didn't fuck with most of the fights on the main card.
Yeah, not really.
Mm-hmm. Starting out with the main event, my motherfucking boy that I had on the draft getting a win this weekend, Lerone Murphy, the Miracle, undefeated fighter, taking on the biggest test of his career by far, Edson Barboza. 38 years old, but he's looking fucking jacket as ever. It's absolutely insane. I do not know what this dude is on, but it's fucking, he's on some shit. I just don't believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Probably so, like, going into it, obviously, there was just a lot of questions. How's Lerone Murphy going to perform? It's just a big step up. He got briefly ranked in the top 15, hasn't actually beat someone in the top 15 before. Edson, he's on the end of his career, but he's still a damn good fighter, beating up fucking so many of these guys in this division. How is he able to get it done? Coming out of it, the biggest thing I was surprised about, bro, how does Edson still have that sort of a chin at 38 years old?
Yo, I don't know.
Insane.
Because he gets rocked and he gets so hurt, but he was not knocked down once in that fight.
No. He's just able to, like, survive, and it's like, what are you doing? How are you able to do this?
Yeah, but, like, with that durability, you know, one of the questions was, is Lerone kind of going to do what Usyk did and think that he can finish him and gas out and then end up getting fucked up, and that didn't happen at all.
Nah, patient pressure. Just throughout the entire 25 minutes.
And not even, like, super patient either, where it's like he didn't have a high output or anything, you know? Like, he whooped him over those 5. Like, the biggest moment that Edson had was the last, like, 3 seconds of round 1. He was on his back and landed a nasty up kick on Murphy that had him hurt, but bell rang, you know, he had that full minute to recover, like.
You know, he for sure 100% went out. Like, he even said afterwards that he didn't know that he got hit by that. It just didn't even, like, that shit put him
you see him get hit, it just literally fall on top of him.
Yeah, man, but I was just like, holy fuck, I can't, like, this shit's gonna be over round 1, but yeah, like, gets to the end of the round, was able to get up and fucking stumble to his corner. Even shit like that, like, depending on how hurt they are going back, like, it can get stopped, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, if that round was another 5 seconds, it probably would have been over. Like, if it had been 5 seconds sooner.
Yeah, because with how he fell, fucking Edson probably could have just flipped him right over, got on top, hit him with, like, 2 punches, and it would just, you know, like...
Yeah.
But Lerone gets back up, goes to the stool, second to the 5th round, it was just all his fight.
Yep.
The jabs were absolutely amazing throughout this fight. He was switching stances consistently too. Both sides, he was working the jab beautifully. Just left hand especially throughout. He was just so clean on the feet. I think it was later on. I think like the 4th round, he tried to shoot a takedown at some point, started to mix it up a little bit.
He was 1 for 1 on takedowns in round 2, 1 of 3 for takedowns in 3, and then he actually didn't shoot a takedown in round 4, but round 5, 2 for 2.
Okay,
I was about to say his 3 keys to victory in this fight were jab, switch stance, shoot a takedown.
Yeah, and because going into it, like I said, just how's he gonna do with or just like against Edson, who just did what he did against Sadiq in his last one. I really did feel like Lerone was just going to be a bit more well-rounded of a fighter, have more tools to go to, and just a little bit cleaner than what Sadiq offers. Just a bit more of a, just like pressure-heavy, just power puncher. You know what I mean? Just more of the boxing. Doesn't have like too many tools to him. But yeah, man, this was just an absolutely beautiful performance from Lerone Murphy. What was the significant strikes? 250 something that he landed to like 79.
It was 259 to 79.
Just a disgusting pace, amount of volume to put on a guy like Edson Barboza over 5 rounds in like his biggest step up. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
With a performance like that, how far do you think he can go in this division? I know he's 32 years old. He's not as young as some of these guys coming up. He's right like in the fucking middle of his prime. Like this is his time to get shit done. What do you think he could do?
If they push him the right way and, like, give him decent jumps up in competitions as he goes up, he can definitely become a top 5 fighter.
Yeah. It's just getting past the, that trio right there, right at 2 through 4 is going to be hard. Just Yair, Brian Ortega, and Max Holloway. That's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Even Volkanovski, and then even the champ Topuria, that just
that's where it's just hard to tell. It's just such a different level of competition.
Exactly.
But, with him being 32, if they just push him the right way, he could definitely wiggle his way in there for sure. Get himself some big fights, but I don't know how they go.
Especially considering Sterling is now in the division. You have guys like Movzar and Arnold Allen who are in the division, and it's still right there and hits like a motherfucker. So,
I'm not sure. I think the age is going to be the toughest thing kind of against him.
Yes.
Yeah, because especially the higher you get ranked and the higher you want to fight, the harder it is to make certain fights happen in a better timeline for you and to fight more often and shit. So yeah, I feel like that's going to be what hurts him the most for sure.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if he does keep on winning, you know what I mean? If it's by the time he's in talks for a potential championship fight, it's gonna be 34 years. I would not be too surprised. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, honestly, he is a very solid fighter. A fight with Calvin Cade or something like that, I would be so for that. I feel like he could get some solid wins in the top 15.
I feel like Calvin Cater's the next logical step. Also, just thinking about his age, right? 32. If by the time he's 35, he gets up to top 5 and he were to fight Max Holloway, they'd be the same age.
Yeah, it's fucking.
That's insane to think about.
Maxie ain't gonna be at 145 at that point. I feel like.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, man. 145 is a tough ass division.
Potential thing.
Yeah, just so many good fighters. Like you say, it's gonna be hard to break through that top. Diego Lopez on his way up.
I was about to say Diego Lopez on his way up as well. That's the real That's really where it comes down to. Is can he get up there before Diego can?
Yeah.
Because if he can, I don't see him becoming champ.
Nah, I don't think he'll probably become champ.
No.
I don't see him becoming champ. I don't see him beating Ilya either, but...
Yeah, because it's if Diego will definitely get up there into bigger fights before him, and it's if Diego ain't gonna be the one to beat Ilya and Max doesn't beat Ilya, bro, he's running that shit for a while.
Yeah.
But good for Murphy. Barboza, it's... I don't know. You think it's going to be one of those things where he just kind of fights till he runs out his contract kind of a thing?
I think he's just going to fight until he wants to stop. Because He took a loss here, but he did have he won 2 fights before that. You know what I mean? Like, he's still solid, so I don't think the UFC is necessarily looking to get rid of him, especially because, like, as you have up-and-coming guys, it's just a good name to have on your record that, like, yeah, you got past Barboza type shit. But if he wants to stop when he's, like, when his contract is up, like, I feel like it's just all on him. Who knows what he does?
Yeah.
And also, like, in his next one, I could see him fighting veteran like himself, someone like Alex Caceres or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's hard because he still has so much physical potential for his age, but just one other thing, he's been in so many tough fights, been around forever. I think that this was his 30th UFC fight.
Yeah.
It's hard too because I don't know obviously, like I say, it's just up to whenever they want to stop and shit, but it's like, damn, you're just gonna stick around in a division full of monsters just possibly just getting beat up, you know what I mean? It's like, I wouldn't mind just, like you said, fighting just some old veterans, just put him in some decently fun fights. Winner of goddamn Andre Feely and Cub Swanson, you know, could, like, fight him, some shit like that, you know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
I just feel like that's not what they're gonna do with him, you know?
No, they're gonna give him prospects coming up to...
Yeah.
Because, like, depending on where he ends up, like, you know, after this loss, if they just bump him out of the division completely, let's say, or, like, the top 15, he's going to be a great win for someone to then get into the top 15 after that, you know?
Yeah.
Such is the game 100%. Of MMA, but hopefully he can get a few good more wins before he retires. That would be awesome for Barboza. Get him some fucking scrub in Brazil for him to retire whenever he feels like it, you know?
True. That fight was given fight of the night, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, deservedly so.
Yeah.
100%.
Both of them. Very nice. Co-main event, motherfucking Chaos Williams getting himself $50,000 as well, performance bonus. This dude has monstrous power. I will just never forget the Abdul Razak Al Hassan one where he just kind of tosses, like, his right hand out a little bit, starts to pull it back, and then just throws it, like, full extension again. Not even close to full power or anything, and he just, like, put him out for, like, 10 minutes or something. It was really bad. Co-main event spot here tonight against Carlston Harris. No business being a co-main event on any UFC card, really. But they got it here tonight, minute and 30 seconds into the first round. Chaos Williams gets it done. Nasty right hook to finish him. That just, inside of an exchange, landed that right hand, and Harris was done, man. It just sucks. Some of these Apex cards, you know what I mean? There really isn't much to it other than just kind of what went on, you know? And because it's like, I don't know, like 170 pounds for Chaos. How old is he? Only 30 years old. So not old 30. At all. 6-2 in the UFC. It's like has 2 decision losses to Michelle Pajeda and Randy Brown. Like, that's not bad at all. But I don't know.
It's like, where do you, like, go from, you know, Carlston Harris? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who do you fight next? I mean, I could see them giving him someone, like, just because it's a prospect, undefeated Michael Morales, just to get him, like, you know, to really see where he's at and to get Morales a really good win. But, like, that's just such a tough fight. But then, like, you know, looking at, like, the other names around, it's like Michael Chiesa, who's basically retired. Dalby, who has a fight. Renat, who's fighting Dalby. Randy Brown, who has a fight. And then, like, Vicente. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they definitely should not give him Vicente. Okay.
Yeah, no.
God, I'd be so sad if they did. That'd be absolutely a disgrace.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's like, obviously it's a great win, co-main event on an Apex card, so it's, you know, like, in terms of the spotlight on the card, it's higher up there.
But I think they just went there just because they had to.
No, yeah, for sure. But it's like, I don't think that's going to be enough to get him, like, a top 15 opponent.
No, and that's why I was not even really looking at, like, Vicente. I was looking at, you know, the Tapology, like, rankings. It's like, all right, who's, like, right around him that makes sense? And really, it is, like...
They're just going to give him Max Griffin.
I mean, I could see that. I feel like they've already fought, though.
Is he not done? He not retired?
Oh, did he?
I thought he did.
Thought he might have. He might not have.
Maybe that's someone else I'm thinking of. I'm not sure.
He fought Jeremiah Wills, and didn't Jeremiah retire?
Why Jeremiah?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But
him versus Brian battle, that's it.
I was about to say, I could see him versus Brian battle.
Yeah, that, or like you said, Michael Morales, or like I would be totally fine with that, because if Guy's able to get a win over someone like that, you know what I mean? Like, then you could start talking about top 15 at that point.
Did he move down, or is he at 115? Or Uros Medic. Someone's getting put to sleep.
Yep, that's very true. I'd be fine with that. Any one of those good, solid guys outside of the top 15 at 170 pounds. Gonna need another big win. But yeah, good for Chaos Williams. Featured bout, not too much more exciting, and with how the fight actually played out, it was way less exciting. 3 whole rounds of Temba just grapple fucking Ramiz Brahimaj. Not at all the performance I was expecting.
Nope.
He went on a whole rant afterwards on the mic. I don't even really remember what he was saying. But then he said, like, on Twitter that he was going to headline the first UFC Africa event. He was going to be the main event. That's just not happening.
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously, who knows if they do a pay-per-view or a fight night. But it's like, no matter what it is, there's 3 names potentially to headline a card there. It's going to be Dricus, it's going to be Izzy, or it's going to be Kamaru Usman. Those are the only people that are headlining a fight, or like a fight card there. But, good grappling from Temba, right?
I mean, he did have a high output. I didn't even realize this, but like the strikes, it's just kind of crazy looking at. It was 110 to 15 total strikes.
I don't believe he landed that much.
Yeah, he just... I mean, it was obviously all on the ground, but...
Body, head. Body, head.
Bro, it did not seem like there was close to that much landed or thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and to be fair to Themba, a lot of the grappling exchanges were started by Ramiz.
I wonder if it's also because 72% of what he threw went to the body.
Yeah, body, head. Body, head.
Yeah, I don't know. Just... He even, like, said it on the mic that wasn't the most exciting performance, you know, it's,
No.
But either way, he just absolutely controlled him.
Yeah, it was real funny, because Paul Felder went to make a joke of that fight being, like, fight of the night, and then Dom Cruz was definitely about to go into, like, whatever, like, way he could figure that out in his head to, like, you know, give it an excuse for fight of the night.
Yeah.
You gotta love Dom Cruz, man. He's funny.
And then Paul just saying, no, it's not getting... Then Paul's just like, no, it's not getting fight of the night. Are you crazy?
Yeah, good for Themba. Next fight down the main card. This one was pretty damn nice. Adrian Yanez coming back to action against Vinicius Salvador. Looking to break a 2-fight losing streak, and he gets it done. First round knockout. When it got booked, we're like, okay, they're really just trying to get him back on track, and that's exactly how it played out. Vinicius was swinging on some wild hooks throughout that fight. Yanez doing good, just getting out of the way of it, and that fucking right hand to put him down. Way too many follow-up strikes necessary for that fight to get stopped. But it was good for Yanez to get back in the win column.
Yep.
I will say this, because Yanez was throwing a lot of, like, not wild hooks, but definitely, like, looping hooks.
Yeah.
And right before the knockout, Dom Cruz is on commentary saying, if Yanez wants to get the knockout, he's going to need to stop throwing these looping hooks. As Yanez throws the looping hook, then knocks down Vinicius. And just, Dom Cruz just shuts up immediately.
Yeah, and
which is always hilarious when that happens.
I know, because it's just really funny, because I that shit happens with Dom, and because, like, I said it throughout the, like, you know, I forget what fight it was, but it's like, he's just has such a technical mindset that he's always gonna look everything from perfect technique and what you have to do to, like, get, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's like, there are so many times where he's just like, I forget what fight it was, but it was a grappling exchange of, like, oh, you know, like, he's just gotta, like, hang heavy on him, and then, like, he's gonna, like, have to carry his weight as he stands up. dude just did not put any weight on the guy. I think it was actually Themba and fucking Ramiz Brahimaj.
Probably.
Where, like, Themba just put no weight on him, and then Ramiz Brahimaj was able to just stand up easily, and it's like, he just always does that. It's very funny.
He's always overthinking every position and every single strike to, like...
He's got the technical mind, you know?
Let's call it what it is. Yes, it's technical mind, but let's call it what it is. It's autism.
But yeah, like you said, Yanez just swinging up on wild shots. He was able to finally get the timing, get the distance on it, and then puts him out. It's just one where really is nothing more than just a good highlight reel, good just back in the win column. It's like...
Vinicius was 0-2 going into this. Like, Yanez took 2 big losses in a row.
Was he in former flyweight too?
Huh?
Was he at a flyweight too?
I think so, but he missed weight in his last fight. But yeah, it's like he got finished by Rob Font. It was just terrible. And then leg kick TKO'd by Martinez. Like, they just wanted him to look good.
Yeah. His one UFC type win was on Contender Series against Shannon Ross.
Everybody knocks out Shannon Ross.
But yeah, good for Yanez though. It's just hard because obviously top 15 still isn't where he should be at. But like I don't really know, especially being a fan of him and wanting him to see want him to see him do good. I don't really know where they go with him next. You know what I mean? I feel like he's gonna get someone potentially just a bit too hard than what he.
I mean, if you want my opinion, it's someone outside the top 15, and his name is Cody No Love Garbrandt, but that's just me.
That's hard.
I know, but like, it's the bantamweight fucking division. Unless we give him complete scrubs, like every fight is going to be hard. Because the other one I was looking at was like Davy Grant, who's another fucking hard fight for just about anyone in that. Outside of that top 15.
He should be able to beat Davy Grant, though.
He should be able to beat Cody.
Yeah, but I just see Davy's long, wacky-ass arms just as he's getting fucking...
Oh, he's already beat Davy Grant. Split decision, but yeah.
How long ago was that?
2021.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
I mean,
but yeah, Cody's probably a good one, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that. You should be able to get it done, but yeah, that... with not having a real offensive grappling skill set to go to against him, he's going to be forced to strike it out with him, and that's going to really test him a lot.
Yes.
But yeah.
But Cody's not like the biggest like leg kicker either, so it's not like, you know.
And he was landing some good leg kicks in this one, too.
Yes.
But yeah, good for Yanez going into the main card opener. Very short main card on this one. Angie Hill getting it done against Luana Pinedo. Gets herself 50K, mounted guillotine in the second round. Kate, you want to take it away since you were the one that paid attention most to this fight?
Well, it was her first submission win in the UFC, first of all, so that's cool.
I did not know that. That's
I wonder if it
crazy.
was her first submission win overall, probably, because she had like 3 fights outside. Yep, that was her first submission win. Period.
Holy shit!
How bad is Luana?
Well, no, Angie said that like she had been working on it a lot because she knows that like. She always looked at herself as a striker, but she was like, no, I'm an MMA fighter. So she really just started bringing in the mixed part of MMA.
Word.
And I was obviously watching the boxing fight too, but what I seen of it, Angie was just beating Luana. I know she pulled Gilly one other time, but yeah, just ended up getting it this time. I don't know. It was just good of her. Luana didn't look good in there.
One step fucking closer to being a 50-50 fighter in the UFC again.
One more win.
One more.
She said after she won that she wanted to fight Jessica Andrade.
Yeah, oh my god, bro. She said she wanted to be that. Because Jessica Andrade.
Because this is her first time that she's going to be ranked a top 10 fighter. Her exact words were that she fought and put on a good fight with Jessica Andrade last time. They've both had some wins and losses since then, and a win like that could get her to the title shot.
I mean, it was 7 years ago.
It is just funny her saying they've both had wins and losses since then, like acting like
I know
the
same. very different wins and losses.
Yeah, probably both fought the same amount of time since then. But oh, bro,
I love Angie.
Yeah, I love
Hell,
Angie
I think
so
fucking
much, man.
Jessica might have fought 2 more than Angie.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy.
But also,
like,
she fought 5 times last year, so that makes sense.
Yeah, she has 27 fights in the UFC, and Angie has 25.
Yeah, bro, I would want that for her.
Mm-hmm.
But also, god damn, man, I don't think she can win that fight at all.
Yeah, no.
Because it's like, Andrade just walks people down, goes forward. Like, if she knows that there's no real threat of her getting knocked out and she doesn't feel that, bruh, she's just gonna be all over Angie the entire fight, giving her no space to work, just grappling, punching, just beating her up. Oh, I would love to see her be able to get that, though, for her. Imagine if she's able to get it done. Gets a title shot. 2025.
Like, that'd be awesome for her, but at the same time, I'd be like, damn, Jessica. You know what I mean? Like, that's quite the drop-off and, like, loss to take, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like, if she were to win against Jessica, right, and get a title shot, I almost would not want to see her versus Weili. Like, it would be nice for her. I'd be happy for her, but at the same time,
if she was able to finish Jessica Andrade, I would give her the potential to finish Zhang, for sure.
100%. That's if she can finish Andrade.
If. Yep. 100%. Big, very big if. But if she was able to do it, earn herself a title shot, she could get it done, for sure. Mm-hmm. Bro, Zhang was getting touched up so bad against Jiang Xiaonan. Like, she's starting to get older herself. Like, bro,
so crazy.
40-year-old Angie for champ 2025.
I can't.
Bro, that would make me so happy. Let's fucking go, Angie. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, Jessica's down to fight anyone. I don't see why she wouldn't take that fight.
It would definitely take that fight. What the fuck? It's just, does the UFC book that fight? That's the
real question.
Because I don't think they would go to that.
No, because can you imagine if she does win? Because then and potentially people are saying she should get a title shot, and people looking into the record and being like, she's 13-13.
Yo, it would be like that.
I'm just saying.
The fucking underdog story, Ginger. That's what it's all about.
Oh, I know. it would. You could try to sell it on that.
People might say she's been fraud checked 13 times in the UFC. But I'd like to say that's 13 learning experiences. You know what I mean?
We had to fit that in somewhere, didn't we?
Let's go. People are stupid. You know, I love it. But that's the UFC main card. Not too great, not too bad. Only 5
Fury
fights.
Got fraud checked?
Huh?
Does that mean Fury was fraud checked?
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
We'll get it. You ruined it. Now everyone knows what happens, right?
True.
Shit.
Like they did. If you're on fucking MMA Twitter at all, you know what fucking happened.
What? I don't know about that. UFC prelims, we had some good shit. We had some funny shit. We had some wacky shit. For realsies this time. Titty shots and headbutts.
Yep.
We have to just start off with the prelim talk with that shit. Melissa Gatto versus Tamires Vidal. I have never in my life seen someone get punched in the titty in the UFC and then just grab it and like look to the ref like, you know, like, oh, are you gonna like
then they
do
just
something?
Go like this, like they were going nah.
Yeah, well, Gatto just keeps on punching and then it's just like, no, I'm done, and the ref just ends it. TKO, titty punch. That's
they
crazy.
called it a body punch, but yeah, no, it really was wild. Like the way she just grabbed her chest and like she looked like she was genuinely like in pain, but it was just ain't never seen that shit before. The ref like, nope, it's a legal shot.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Fucking say, like, Dom Cruz saying that, is that gonna again change the women's game and be a new technique that they go for? Always the technician, I love it. You know what I mean?
Fucking Dominic Cruz. God fucking damn it.
It was weird, but it was funny.
That would be really funny though if you just see like Jessica Andrade go out there and just start trying to punch the shit out of a girl's chest. Like,
well, that's the thing. Like every time like I hear coaches talk, they're talking about like they want the not, coaches talking to women specifically, but just in general. I want you to punch a hole through their chest. Like aim for the chest because if they move, if they duck, if they do anything, like it's going to land to the head.
Yeah.
So like most people are already kind of aiming for the chest when they're. So I'm like, is that really going to change anything?
No.
Really?
No effect
really
on
dumb?
the women's game of MMA.
Not at all. Nobody was even watching this. They don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like, I don't know, most like fighters too will probably just be like, oh, I haven't hit there plenty of times. I never, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I know, right? Like, it's different than like a low blow.
Yeah, but was just definitely very funny, a very wacky thing to happen on the prelims. Just get shit that you don't expect sometimes. You know?
Yeah. But honestly, even better to me was Rodriguez versus Carnelossi.
Yep.
Because, bro, Piero Rodriguez was beating Carnelossi up. Like, easily winning the fight, easily just beating this girl up.
And then the unexpected happened.
Yeah, and then she gets her down, she's punching her, she's beating her up, and she just clearly headbutts her. Posts up and headbutts her again. Like,
the first one
looked right to the chin.
The first one looked unintentional. I will say that. But the second one was so animated. Just
the thing is with the first one, to me, it looked like she did it on purpose, but tried to make it look like she didn't do it on purpose. Like, it looked like she tried to cover it up with, like, slamming her body down, but I feel like she knew she was headbutting her. That's how I
the thing is, it's like, because it's like the first headbutt happens, warning, one, like, maybe two punches, and then the second headbutt.
Yeah,
like, she did not try to space that. Yeah, she did not try to, like, space that shit out at all.
Yeah, just crazy, man. What the hell?
Like, she
what
easily, she easily
she
could have finished her for real, but instead she got the DQ loss.
Yeah. It's like she got the warning, got pissed off at the warning, and then decided to headbutt out of frustration. And it's like,
headbutting when you're mad is crazy.
It's great. But yeah, just another spectacular result from the prelims. The prelim main event fight was pretty solid. Tom Nolan versus Victor Martinez. Tom Nolan does not have a good chin at all at 155 pounds. Got clips at
or striking defense.
Yeah, he is. That's gonna be a rough one. But as Martinez was rushing in, trying to put it on him, eats a knee to the body, folds him up, finishes him off with some ground and pound, 350 of the first round. Very nice for Tom Nolan. But yeah, he might. I don't know, man.
He's not gonna go far.
Yeah, because it's like I don't know if it's just like maybe he cuts too much and 155 is rough for him.
Yeah,
because
6'3" at 155 is huge.
But it's also just one of those things where it's like you're getting touched up and put down by a not big shot from some not good guy. Like, I don't think you're gonna fare any better against big hitters at 170 pounds. You know, like
no, yeah.
Very rough. He's a fun fighter. He's probably just gonna be another T-Rex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly how I thought of him.
He's like
155 pounds, born and raised.
Yeah, before like realizing he didn't have a great chin, he felt like he could potentially be like a Dan Hooker type. Because Dan Hooker doesn't have the greatest striking defense, but boy, is that chin made out of fucking steel.
Bro, it's that, but also just the fucking
willpower.
Determined.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's an unbreakable will. He's just one of those guys.
When we're going into the main event yesterday to watch it, and they're showing fucking Barboza just ripping up Dan Hooker with the body.
Yeah.
Like, that is one of, like, the worst fights. When I see that, I'm like, holy... Like, just feeling such... Like, I feel so bad for fucking Dan Hooker of, like, bro, stop it. You don't have to do this to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh, man. Tough as an old leather boot.
Yes.
But yeah, rest of the prelims, though, I don't know if there's really anything else that you guys feel like talking about. You got fucking a Boost versus Warley on that. Did not expect Boost Magomedov to just go out there, kind of grapple fucking beat up Warley Alves over 3 rounds. He's starting to look better, doing a little bit better than just fucking blowing his load in the first round and getting real tired and fucked up. You know what I mean? So maybe he'll get an opportunity back in the top 15 at some point.
Is Umar C going to be good at 205?
Maybe.
Grappler?
Just not knowing anything about him, 205 pounds fighting out of France. Very much expect him to just be a solid kickboxer. Went out there and grapple fuck Tuco Tokos into a rear naked choke in the first round.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep.
If he's able to grapple guys at 205, and if he does have good striking, can end up being a problem in that division for sure. Because
100%
is light heavyweight. I feel like even right now, heavyweight is getting better with their grapplers than what 205 is. You know what I mean? Kind of crazy.
It is weird. 205 does feel like it's mainly a striking predominant division.
Middleweight was there for a while too. They got grapplers now. Like, it really feels like 205 is the last one that just doesn't have any good grapplers.
Just even trying to think of the only, because I'm only thinking of
you
two
got Magomed. He don't even use it.
I mean, you got Magomed, Krylov.
He doesn't even count.
Yeah, Magomed and Krylov in the top 15.
Krylov's not fighting.
He's gonna fucking fight, I fucking promise you. Just wait for that Manchester announcement, alright? Come on.
No, look. Khalil...
Give him Bogdan.
He's actually just...
Could you imagine? For what?
I don't know, man.
Is he tied to the Ukrainian mob or something?
Maybe he's just still off supporting the country. No, I don't know.
Is he tied to the same guy John Fury's tied to? Like, what the fuck?
But yeah, that is the UFC card. Nothing really too much to get into from there. Tapology actually did pretty damn good last night in Tapology. We had 12 fights. I got 10 of them right. Lerone Murphy with that decision was probably the only one in the Tapology group to pick that as a result. Gets me into first place over the night. Let's go. Hooray. Well, is that 2 weeks in a row now?
Yeah, go to hell.
But it's like only 2 weeks, right? I didn't win before that. Oh no, 3 weeks. Shit, Jim Bob's starting up a run again?
This is why you always be doing too much. Just go back to Tapology.
I just want to... I wasn't paying attention.
Nobody gives a shit about your run. I certainly don't.
We got to keep track of these things so I can talk shit properly.
Yeah, and I'm talking shit properly right now. No one gives a hell.
Oh.
I got 9 right. I didn't get Lerone Murphy.
I very much understand. Like, that was one of them where I was like, I know I'm gonna be like against the grain out of everyone, but I just feel like that could be the one to get me over the edge. Easily would not have been surprised if fucking Barboza went out there, beat the shit out of him. You know what I mean?
Not yet.
But yeah, out of the 10 rights, 10 right got 1 decision, 2 perfects, 1 semi-perfect. I know Chaos was one of my perfects. I don't even remember who the other one was. Tom, no one there.
Yeah, I got 1 decision, 1 perfect, 2 semis. I'm pretty sure Tom Nolan was my perfect.
Yeah, basically everything the same. It was ridiculous how close that was. Ginger was the one most different from me and Kate. Ginger, you want to talk about your picks, buddy?
No. Moving on.
No. Come on, explain yourself a little bit. Come on.
You went 50-50.
You got 4 semi-perfects. The most out of the whole group.
No perfects,
I only
no
got
decisions.
6 right.
Hey, you know, the cookie just crumbles like that sometimes, you know? It's alright.
I lost. I actually lost via titty punch and headbutt. What the fuck?
Yup.
What's the matter with you?
You also had another bad pick on there,
to be
too,
fair,
right?
I'm pretty sure we all had Rodriguez winning.
Yeah. You went Brahimai, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Hey, at least you didn't go Vinicius, right?
It's so true.
I can't go get Janez.
That shouldn't have been the reason you went against Vinicius, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure I've not gone against Yanez once. I have not.
That's really funny.
It's my boy.
But yeah,
to be fair, the way it was looking when he, got up to fight Rob Font, looked like he could potentially be that next guy in the division. Didn't go his way. Jonathan Martinez, both at similar spots. Like I was like, all right, I feel like he could beat Jonathan Martinez. Nope. To be fair.
Nah, yeah. Let's go. Another night in Tapology. Not too bad. But now the real shit to talk about, right? Boxing.
For once, it's actually the real shit.
Kate actually cared about a fight leading in, and she actually enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Usually Insanity. Those two things never line up.
Never. Tyson Fury.
It's one or the other.
Versus Alexander Usyk in Saudi Arabia for all 4 belts, undisputed heavyweight championship of the world, first time in 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was on the line, and this was such a good fight from the first round on. It was it was not. There was no real big feeling out process. They were going right after it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucking Usyk, man, gets it done by split decision. I thought that they might give it to Fury, just, you know what I mean?
I did
and
too.
I would have been so sad for Usyk because he deserved that win.
Yes, he did. That was such a good fight. It was crazy, knowing that Devin Haney talking about one round doesn't win you a fight.
Oh, no, Gervonta.
It was Gervonta. Sorry. Okay, my bad. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he did so much more than just one round, bro.
Yeah.
For basically, other than, 3 through 6, I think it was, where Tyson was really getting into a good groove, doing good work.
Yes.
Basically, every other round, Usyk was just walking Fury down, landing such good body shots, man. From the
consistently,
from the very first round on, it was so good, and especially as the fight started to go on, he's landing more up top, beating up Tyson Fury. That ninth round when he gets the fucking knockdown, I seen so many people just saying that the ref saved Tyson Fury, but it's if you're falling into the ropes in a manner that if the ropes weren't there, you would be falling on your ass, that's a knockdown. That's how it's supposed to be. That last time when he fucking fell back, he would have been fucking ass on the canvas easily.
Yes.
I was about to say, technically, there probably should have been a couple times he should have stepped in for the knockdown then, but
yeah,
exactly.
I thought they were going to do it sooner.
Yes.
But I feel like he was trying. But I understand where people are coming from when they're saying the ref saved him, right? Because it was specifically on that last one. There was a total of 10 seconds left in the round.
I don't even know if there was that much.
So if he gets through the count, there was because
the
bell rang right after.
Yeah. Okay.
But the 8-second count, if he could make the 8-second count, he'd be able to move on to the next round. I feel like that's what people are saying, and I kind of understand where they're coming from.
I don't think people are smart enough.
Very late in that round.
No, I get it, but it's just one of those things where it's that
was
should
a
have been a knockdown.
Yeah.
Yes, arguably they could have called it sooner, a knockdown, and then maybe he would have just gotten knocked out from there. But that's how the shit played out. Absolutely crazy. Going into it, if there was someone getting a knockdown, I figured it was gonna be Fury getting the knockdown on Usyk. But yeah, man, that was just such a good fight. Great from both of them. Afterwards, Usyk might have a broken jaw. I didn't see anything more about that. If that was confirmed or not. But
he did end up doing part of the post-fight press conference. I did see that, so it probably wasn't it wasn't an urge of immediate care, if that's the case.
There's no way he had a broken jaw and did that afterwards. That'd be so crazy.
But it's probably the saddest part about this though. In probably 2.5, 3 weeks, Usyk will no longer be the undisputed champion because I think it's the IBF title. They're gonna there's a mandatory, so they're gonna strip him. There's gonna be a fight for that. So when they inevitably do the rematch for October, winner is not gonna be the undisputed champ. So that kind of sucks a little bit, but
at least he was still able to get it while he did, It's just because of the the boxing politics, the rules that they got going on is why things like that happened. It's not like he lost it.
No, yeah. 100%.
No, 100%. And it's not even like his fault. Like, just the politics of boxing in general is just so weird with like rematch clauses and all that and mandatories, and that's why it's so hard to like stay an undisputed champion.
Yeah, and it's like I get it because like I understand why they got mandatories and it makes sense so guys can like get their opportunity at the title, but when you got people trying to do big things, get all 4 of them, it just fucks all that up because it's like you could have 4 different mandatories in theory at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like
IBF is, if I remember, IBF is the most strict about it.
Yeah. I feel like if like you got someone trying to do undisputed and stuff like that, they should just have the mandatories fight the mandatory. So then until there's only one mandatory, and then they could be the challenger for the undisputed. Like
I'm trying to think how long this guy's been the mandatory because I feel like it's been a while.
I don't know.
That's the problem.
Either way, though, great for Usyk.
Yes, and I was gonna say so that we don't forget because there was something else this weekend with Bellator Paris.
Oh, yes. I totally forgot about that, honestly, with fucking...
So did I.
Did you watch that live and shit, Ginger, at all?
No.
Did you... So you don't, like, you didn't watch it at all or anything?
Okay, so...
Because I completely forgot it even was happening.
Patchy versus Magomedov in the rematch. Patchy defending the Bellator bantamweight title this time.
Got the split decision.
Yeah.
But... I'm a big Patchy Mix fan.
Yes.
I didn't think he won that fight.
That was such a hard fight for him.
Yeah. Magomed was doing so good and like early, like he was going to the body himself, like so consistently. He was touching him up. What was it? Rounds 1 and 3 that he had Patchy hurt.
Yeah,
like,
rocked real bad.
Yeah, like going into round 4, I had it 3-0 Magomed, at best 2-1 Magomed. And then hearing the commentary,
Big John,
commentary go to Big John, and Big John talking about, oh yeah, I have this 2-1 Patchy going into the 4th. I was like, oh, so this is how it's going to be. Because there was just no way Patchy won 2 of those rounds. 0 chance. Magomed looked so good in there.
Yeah, because what, it was the 3rd round where Patchy had the closer guillotine attempt. So it's like that was his big moment of the round, but it's like
he got out of that and then just proceeded to get touched up a lot. Like he was just getting hurt.
Yeah, it's like I don't.
I wish that there was better stats to find on Bellator fights and stuff like that, but I know.
Yeah, I just feel like if each person has a big moment and one of them is extremely rocked and potentially a couple punches away from getting like knocked out. And then the other person has a sub that like is in there, but like I don't know, the person's able to just like get out of it and like they don't do anything for like I just feel like the bigger moment is the person that got like the rock on the feet, and it like you said just throughout it. Magomed was just being first way more often. Patchy, he just looked slow and stiff. I don't know. He was just trying to counter too much. Magomed switching stances consistently throughout the fight. The left hand when Patchy was going when Magomed was going southpaw, was just touching Patchy so clean every time, no defense to it at all.
And with him being stiff and slower, like I really think that is because Magomed, like I said, was going to the body so much. There was one shot, I can't remember if it was the 1st or 2nd round, but just a clean left hand to the body that I honestly thought was going to fold Patchy over in that minute. Not because of how he reacted, but just like when he threw it, I felt it. I was like, oh, that was bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like the kicks to the body, front kicks, round kicks, like just everything. It was so consistent. Like I feel like he just really wore him down over that. The fact that it was like a split decision, like, I don't know. I think that easily 3 rounds were Magomed's.
Because I'm pretty sure the scorecards, like, one judge had it 49-46 for Magomed, and then it was 48-47 for Patchy on the other 2. And it's like, I easily understand a 4-1 scorecard for Magomed. Like, like you said at the
1
start
through 4.
Like you said at the start, very big Patchy Mick fans going into her just like, he could probably be UFC champ if he headed over there. Magomed won that fight. He should be the Bellator champ right now. That was such a tough fight for Patchy, man. Such a tough fight.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess good for him, he still has the belt and shit, but it's like that was rough.
Yeah.
It just sucks for Magomed,
No, 100%. Other things off the top of my head that to, like, kind of talk about from that? Bro. Cedric Doumbé.
Yeah, I figured that those would be the two fights.
Or I have like one more after, but
okay.
Cedric Doumbé gets the win over, what was it, Jaleel Willis?
Yes.
Gets the finish. They had Anthony Pettis there, to come in, like, talking, like, Anthony saying that he wants to fight him in Paris. And Cedric's like, oh, this guy's crazy. And then, just has, like, the fucking crowd chanting with him, everything. I 100% believe that if Cedric Doumbé fights Anthony Pettis this year, Anthony Pettis is going to knock this man out. Or submit him. Like, that's definitely a possibility. But, like, even on the feet, Anthony Pettis is going to knock this man out.
Yeah. Cedric is so open to being hit. It's crazy. Like, hands down, head forward, jaw up, like, no head movement.
Because it's, like, obviously he's doing that to pull in his opponent to, like, throw so he can counter them with big shots. But then he's
getting hit with big shots. Like, and he can't even counter efficiently off of some of those big shots. Like,
yeah, it's... Jaleel was landing way too many punches in that, and like there was one where like it actually sat him down. I don't know if they actually scored that a knockdown, but
who knows?
Yeah, but like he got hit with a clean shot that sent him to the floor real quick, got back up, so probably not a knockdown officially, but like dude is gonna get fucked up by Anthony Pettis, man. I don't think that he's at that level yet. I mean,
he is also only 6-1 in his career, so like there is that. 31 years old. It's like. It's not like he has the most experience, but at the same time, it's just, they're pushing him like he's this, like he's a freak athlete and just like going to be the best and going to be at the top and beat all these guys. But it's like, bro, he's going to get humbled very quickly.
To be fair, he has 83 kickboxing fights. Like, that's where all of his experience is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He was a very good glory kickboxer, like knocking everyone out.
Then never mind. But MMA obviously is different, but still.
Yes, it is. 75 wins, 45 of them coming by knockout.
Yeah. It's like, very good kickboxer, but I don't know. MMA's just different. Just shit's more wild. I don't know, man. I just don't think he's gonna be able to get it done against Pettis in the next one. But the other person that bring up real quick, motherfucking Archie, man. This dude is so good. Training with Justin Gaethje. I think he improved to 9-0. 10-0 after that win. This dude is just nasty. He is just grabbing takedowns so easily against his opponent, and the fucking ground and pound up on the cage. All of those shots, like some of them, they didn't look too big, but you could just hear them thudding against his opponent every single time. This dude's gonna be a problem for a lot of people in Bellator. I expect him to do very good things, honestly. You training with Justin Gaethje too, like fucking trying to take that motherfucker down all the time in wrestling, like training and shit, like that's gonna be great for MMA. And then just having a scrap with him on the feet, like that's gonna get you there. Is like some moments, like I don't know, he seems a little bit too hittable sometimes, just like walking forward trying to put on that pressure.
But it's fine. He's in PFL.
Yeah, he'll get there. And I think he's only like 28, 29 years old.
28,
like, yeah. So I expect pretty good things from Archie out of that. But yeah, that was all the shit from this weekend. Now we got some fight news to talk about. All the news from this past week. Big fights, fun fights at 125 pounds. We had a little bit mix them up. But the first one going on, Muhammad Mokaev versus Manel Kape. It's a good fight. It should be the fight that happens. Mokaev pushing for that Royval fight after he beat Perez. He should not have gotten that. Very happy the UFC did not go to it. I still feel like Kape might be too tall of an ask at this point in his career, honestly.
I don't think so.
I understand what you're saying. I kind of agree. It's the way that Mokaev fights. Because of the way he shoots takedowns and all that, I could see Kape hitting him with a flying knee, uppercut, rocking him, hurting him, and being able to finish him. It just Mokaev is at this point in his career way too predictable, and his striking is not on par with these guys at the top of the division.
Yeah, like literally the entire 15 minutes of him versus Alex Perez. Alex Perez pushes forward with punches, and what does Mokaev do? Drops to the floor for a takedown. like you said, like, that is such an easy, readable thing. All Manel Kopp has to do is go out there, put a couple punches on him, and then flying knee, and I would not be surprised if this is a first-round knockout and Makhachev gets absolutely starched. Like, I just would. It could take a little bit longer. Huh?
Or just time an uppercut.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, because if you miss the flying knee or the uppercut, at least with the uppercut, it sets up an underhook.
Yeah. It's like Manel Kopp has lost some of his UFC fights from not doing enough and just being too patient, looking for that knockout shot. But it's like, for someone that's always looking for that big action, it's right there for him to take all 15 minutes. Unless he gets taken down too quickly and he just absolutely cannot defend Makhachev. He maybe
also made Felipe dos Santos look good in his UFC debut, though.
Yeah, but that was short notice, just right, or was that, or did they just book that?
Well, so
no,
it was originally supposed to be Kai Kara France, but I'm pretty sure Kai pulled out rather early, so it's not like it was short notice in the sense of normal fights, but it wasn't like a week, I don't think.
I think it was like 3 weeks at most.
Yeah, and I don't know, just one of those things too where it's like, new guy coming in, you don't know shit about him, they're just able to perform
very
well,
hard to get
fight
tape on a guy like that as well.
I know, it could be a tough fight. I'm just hoping he can win.
No, yeah, like I said, I would not be surprised because it's like for sure Makhachev is going to look to start the grappling exchanges right away. He fucking has to. He cannot stand on the feet for like minutes at a time with Manel Kopp. So it's like, if he's able to just grab a hold of him, get him down, and like just ride him out for the entire first round, then it's like, okay, Kopp might just start getting tired enough where he can't do that, you know? Like, looks for the big action but misses it, gets taken down. Like, that's definitely a possibility. But yeah, man, this might be rough for Makhachev. But if he gets it done, good for him, man. Like, that's such a great win at fucking 24 years old, 23 years old. Like, it's just crazy.
55% striking accuracy, lands 5.12 significant strikes per minute. Takedown defense is 78% for
Who are we talking about?
Manel Kopp.
Okay.
Manel Kopp.
Yeah, we'll see. But so now the whole
web,
because it was supposed to be Mateusz Nicolau versus Manel Kopp. Manel Kopp pulls out, so then we get Alex Perez pulling out of his fight with Tagir Ulanbekov to fill in against Mateusz Nicolau. Perez beats Nicolau real quick, no problems at all. So they're just like, okay, cool. We're going to go back to him versus Tagir Ulanbekov. So then they do that, and they're just like, cool, we're going to get Tatsuto Taira versus, again, Joshua Van. And then
after Tim Elliott pulls out.
Yeah, after Tim Elliott. So then, out of nowhere, they're just like, actually, we fucked up with these fight bookings. We don't like them at all. Let's go Tatsuto Taira versus Alex Perez, and then Joshua Van versus Tagir Ulanbekov.
In the end, I like the fights better. Yes, but the one thing 100%. is that I feel so bad for Tatsuto Taira because he literally had 3 opponent changes in the span of fucking a month. Yes. It's like, his fights also keep getting pushed back. So it's like, I wonder if he's just been in camp and if he's extending it. I wonder if he's taking the right breaks. Like, I really just hope that all of this extension and like switching of opponents doesn't play against him, because that really sucks, you know?
Yeah, that is a very rough situation to be in for any fighter, especially a very young fighter.
Yeah.
And it's like,
mostly the extension part. Like, I hope that he's just not burning himself out and that his camp was like, listen, like, you know, you've been training hard. Let's take a little bit of a break and we'll get back into it. You know what I mean?
Dial
like,
back.
Yeah, like keep yourself eating clean and all of that, but
yeah, just dial back. We'll do some light pad work. We're not going to like push this week.
And it's just so hard too, because it's like you said, all 3 different opponents, and it's like
all very different people.
Exactly.
Like,
Tim Elliott, the wacky motherfucker that'll throw a couple shots and then just try and grapple fuck you with wacky like just all over the place. To up and coming Joshua Van, that's just body
very crisp
fucking
boxer.
Like just striking for days.
Yeah, a 9 point something striking strikes landed per minute, like just crazy striking. And then now, Alex Perez.
Yeah,
just a vet in the game who, you know,
just solid overall. You know what I mean?
Just got a nice fucking knockout over Nicolau. Like, you know, it's just
good grappling defense, good striking.
Exactly.
Like, just overall, just very solid, and it's just like, yeah, 3 very, very different opponents.
Yeah, so, like, of all of these fights, I just hope that Tyra can get it done, honestly. Because it's just, like, one, I like him the most out of them 3, but 2, it's like, yeah, just everything against him with all of that, I really hope that he could pull through and still get a win.
Yeah, man, because if he is able to go out there and get, like, a very good win over Perez, like, that's so big. That's going to be great for him. Because
my God.
with, like, talking about Mikhaev, like, that's his last win was Perez. Not a great performance. And it's like, if Tyra can go out there just fucking blow the doors off him or something, it's like, off to the fucking races with him, man. And it's like, I would love to see that. And then just such a big step up in competition for him, too. Like, it's just all over the place. But then motherfucking Josh, like, it sucks, too, because I was so excited for fucking Tyra versus Tim Elliott. Like, I was getting so... I was like, all right, this is going to be a good fight. And then they switch it to Van. I was like, okay, sucks for him, not a ranked opponent anymore, but what a great fucking fight, you know? And now it's like, not as fun of a fight against Perez, and now getting Van against Tagir Ulanbekov, it's like... But he's just gonna have to fucking watch Tagir do his goddamn best to just make Joshua Van not fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's all this fight is. Can Joshua be fun? If it's a yes, then he wins. If Tagir says no, then he wins. Like, come on, man. Why they have to go and switch it up like that? But it is a very big step up in competition for him as well. I think Tagir's like 13 or 12 ranked, or something like that about.
Tagir's 12.
12. But it's like, just...
Oh, you know what's crazy is I actually forgot that this is also Joshua Van's third opponent, because he was originally supposed to fight Suma Darji. And then that fell out, then he got Tyra, and then they switched it to Tagir. So, bro, that is so wild for them.
Like, both of them young in their UFC careers, and just young in general. Like, that's just insane to have to deal with.
Yeah, man. If Tyra and Van can go out there and both pull wins... amazing. I'm so excited for the future of 125 pounds.
It's looking so great.
So many young fighters are coming up looking amazing right now. We're just going to get so many good fun fights. Like, it's going to end up like in a point like 5 years from now where we're kind of in the same spot where we were, where it's like we just have all these people at the top that have already fought each other so many times and we're just waiting for someone new to come in. Like, that, it's honestly what's going to happen. But I don't know.
Because we already got Usyk going up there. Tyra, Van, Makhayev's already up there.
Yeah.
Like,
let's fucking go. Man. Moving from the flyweights up to some big boys. Some kind of big boys. 185 pounds. Former top 15 fighter Brad Tavares, a vet in the game, taking on my motherfucking boy. The Iron Turtle is back. I'm kind of scared for him. Brad is getting older, just getting finished more consistently, taking more damage, so the Turtle can definitely get it done, but stylistically, it's just a tough fight for him. Brad, he's not no slouch anywhere, you know what I mean? So it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's struggling with takedowns, struggling with the boxing, and, you know, it's a very grindy decision, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
But if he's able to get a takedown early on in the fight and get some good work done, easy rear naked choke win for the Iron Turtle. So let's fucking go. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's possible.
Next up, Molly Meatball is back, right, Kate?
Yeah.
125 pounds, looking good, taking on Bruna Brazil. Or 115 pounds.
I was going to say it's 115.
Sorry. Yeah. Dropped down to 115 pounds. That's what it was.
Yeah, this will be her second fight there. She looked really good in her last one, so.
Yes.
Yep.
It's going to be a rough fight for her, huh?
It definitely could be. Let me see, because Molly is 5'4", 62-inch reach. And we got Bruna, who is, because isn't she taller? 5'6", 65.5-inch reach, son.
3.5 inch. She's used to fighting people, though, that are bigger than her.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, in terms of reach and height. So it's not like this is, like, anything new.
Yeah, she's going to avenge the win that Bruna has over Shauna Bannon. And
yeah, I thought Bruna was on a little bit better of a run, doing better in her career, honestly.
No.
Yeah, got finished by Denise Gomes, lost a decision to Loma Lukbumi. Neither of those losses are bad at all. But yeah, wins over Shauna Bannon and Marnik, man, not very impressive.
I mean, we're gonna have to see though, because it's like Molly looked good against Deanna Belbita, or I don't know how to say her name.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Deanna Belbita.
She's not that great,
No.
so
No.
so it could still be a tough fight. We gotta see.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm sure it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Molly is always in some fun
Yeah.
scraps, so it's like, let's fucking go though. Hopefully Molly can get it done for sure. Be nice if she can just 115 pounds, taking shit seriously, just actually like getting better. It'd be nice to see her go on a run, get into the top 15, get some good wins in her career. But to actually 125 pounds though, battle is Miranda Maverick still ranked?
No, and that's what I was gonna ask after you said it. Tracy Cortez versus Miranda Maverick. When is Tracy gonna fight a ranked person? They've had her ranked, and they keep moving her up. But like, she has her last win was over Jasmine Jasdavicius, who is now number 15. But she got that after her last win. You know, she wasn't ranked prior to that. So I'm not sure that actually counts. Like,
she has 2 top 15 wins, Kate.
Aaron Blanchfield does not count.
Hey, she's got a win on her record over 2 current top 15.
Anyway, and like, it's no hate to her. I'm just wondering why they're doing it, because it's like, people love Tracy. You can easily push her up and try to get her into like bigger fights and stuff, but they just keep giving her unranked opponents. It's like, she's number 11 now. Why don't you give her, like, I don't know, just anyone else? Even if they're below her, just a ranked person.
Maybe if it, I don't know. Just never know with timelines who people like, who they try to get them to fight, who people turn down, and it's like, I just wonder if maybe they're struggling to get her against someone in the top 15, that it's like, fuck it, let's just give you someone that fans know, like a bigger name outside the top 15 in the division, and like, someone that she can beat. I mean, I do think that it should be a pretty solid fight. Tracy should be able to, though. I feel like she's just probably should be able to stop whatever takedowns that Miranda wants to go at her and just do better on the feet. Probably rock out a very solid decision.
More than likely.
Back to 115 pounds, though. Top 15 fighters. Both top 5 fighters, I believe, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yes. Amanda Lemos, ranked number 3, taking on Virna Jandiroba, ranked number 5. It's something, right?
Yeah, Lemos is gonna lose.
I hope Lemos loses.
I just feel like she's gonna.
She probably won't, honestly. Virna's solid, but she's
not great.
Lemos can finish her, for sure.
Yeah.
That's like...
Oh, I'm not saying that Lemos can't win. I just feel like she's going to do something to lose, you know?
That's very possible.
That is 100% possible. I mean, she got she got standing arm triangled by Jessica, so...
Yeah, Jessica's great.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible with Popsicle Ginger.
It's like, Virna's really not that bad at all, you know?
No.
But...
I just wouldn't be surprised if Lemos could lock something up on the ground or just hit her with some big shot. You know what I mean? Like,
she's never been finished. Only lost 3 decisions.
I'd actually.
Carla Esparza, Mackenzie Dern, and Amanda Hebas.
She's not winning.
Amanda was probably just so much more active than her.
Yeah.
Mackenzie probably.
Cleaner too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Mackenzie.
Well, no, I was going to say Mackenzie on, like, you know, probably in ground exchanges. But, you know, like, it's really not the worst.
100%. But yeah, let's go. Hopefully that's a fun fight. But big round of fight news got announced. We got fights for Manchester, right, guys?
Finally.
Yeah.
I'm so happy they finally booked this.
It's confirmed.
They took way too long.
Welterweight title on the line in the main event. Leon Rocky Edgar. Leon Edwards.
He's not the champ.
I'm sorry. Bilal Muhammad.
He ain't no Frankie Edgar.
Frankie Edgar. Bilal Muhammad. Let's go. It's the fight that everyone wants to see, right? But nah. Leon versus Bilal in the rematch.
It's the fight that needed to happen. Like, I don't care how many people were against it. Like, that's just their own hate. Bilal deserves that shit.
100%.
It's like, just fuck off. There's literally, at this point, the only other person you can make an argument for is Shafkat.
Yeah, and Shafkat and Jack want to fight each other, so let's just book that fight. Let's go.
Right.
So, just fuck off. Let's get this fight that no one wants to see done and over with.
Yes.
So then we can move on.
Yes.
Right.
It just happened in December. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, shit, you had Alex Maheda and fucking Jamal Hill headlining UFC 300. You still could have put it on UFC 300.
Yep. It should have been done, but either way, it's finally announced.
Leon's probably gonna win. I really hope Bilal could get it done, man.
I also hope Bilal can win.
Everyone fucking hates Bilal, and just all the more reason that I hope he wins too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
a little bit, yeah.
That I just know how much that would mean for him. That would be such a big moment. Like, yeah, man.
It would be.
Let's fucking go. All Bilal Muhammad for that one. Yeah. The co-main event, though. Tommy Aspinall. Tommy
Aspinall.
Right?
Yeah. Curtis Blades.
Yeah, not defending the interim title against Cyril Gane. That's who the UFC wanted, but he's off being an actor, right?
Yep.
Let's go. Yep. Good for him, honestly, though. He'll make way more money doing it what he's going to get fighting. So
he'll
it's
make
like,
some money. He'll make some money off of it.
I honestly understand it. I have no real problems. I'm just happy the UFC wasn't like, when Cyril was like, oh, I'm doing this, so I'd rather do it for Paris. And I'm just happy the UFC wasn't like, okay, you know what I mean? They were just we're doing it this time. Fuck you. We're going to Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades, even though it's an interim title, finally gets his fucking title shot, man. After all the motherfucking work he's put in the UFC, let's go.
And I agree with Curtis Blades on this. Like, if this is really in my opinion, the real belt.
Yep.
Because more than likely, if Stipe wins, he is 100% retiring. I feel like, and John
that he fights.
There's a chance, but I feel like it all depends on how that fight goes as well.
Yes.
But if John wins, I feel like he is 100% retiring no matter what.
Eventually.
Unless he gets Pereira.
Yeah.
Like, he's not taking any other fight except Pereira. Which at that point, if he says, I'm only fighting if it's Pereira, cool. It's only if. You're stripped.
Yeah, they're not going to strip. They're going to do that. So
they won't. But they
3 belts, you know what I mean?
But I don't think they think he's...
Probably not. But, yeah. Either way, motherfucking Tommy Aspinall, Curtis Blades, both actually rematches now that I think about it. Both ending in not real ways. So it's very nice. Funny. We get real, actual fucking conclusion to both of these fucking fights and all of these fighters.
Both of these fights just end in a draw.
Terrible. Why would you curse that? But nah, I don't know. I'm very excited for that.
I mean,
I feel like it's going to be a very good fight between Tom and Curtis. It's I don't know, man. Seeing Curtis just get fucking ragdolled before he timed the shot on Jailton, you know, it's like this should be tough.
And Tom Aspinall is not as predictable as Jailton with his shots, and he's a much better striker.
Who knows? Maybe old Curtis Blades gonna go out there 1-2 Tom Aspinall and put him to sleep, right?
I don't know about that.
It's heavyweights. Anything could happen.
That's true, but he ate them shots from Pavlovich like nothing. I don't know. Makes it tough to see.
I understand.
Yeah.
But the real fight on the card, the real one to talk about, the biggest fight of the night for sure, the biggest star, the true cash cow, right?
Cash Cow finally getting his shot into the rankings.
Yes.
With the easiest fight he could have been granted.
It's the start to the fraud run I've built so long ago. As soon as Bobby Green entered the top 15 for the first time, I was like, that's where they gotta go. And Patty gets his fucking shot. So many motherfuckers calling for that Patty Pimblitz fight, right? And motherfucking Bobby Beans gets it. It was that 300 call out, you know?
Yeah, they made sense, though. Bobby, Moicano, Drew Dober, all very reasonable people. Although Moicano made himself up to number 10, so he'll be the next fight.
Yeah, a little bit too far of a step up.
Yep.
And they got to see how he does against Bobby Green. You know what I mean? Because then maybe if, like, he beats Bobby, and then if they do, like, Moicano Benny, whoever loses from that, you know, then that's who Patty can fight, because that'll be someone good enough. You know what I mean?
True.
But, all I know, man, is motherfucking Bobby Beans is slick as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And Patty does not have great striking defense. Got a pretty good chin on him, but he be eating some shots. Wrestling is obviously going to be the key to victory for Patty, but, man, Bobby could easily sleep this dude before he gets in there.
Here's the thing. Here's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Is Patty needs to finish this probably in about a round and a half. We saw what he looked like round 3 against Tony Ferguson.
No,
Watched Tony Ferguson at that. and was getting beat that third round completely until Tony fell.
Coming off a layoff, you know what I mean?
No, but it's true, though.
This man is going to have the cardio. And Bobby Green has got cardio for days. He'll be fine 1 through 3, 1 through 5, 1 through 12 if he wanted to.
But yeah, man. I'm very excited for that fight. Great matchmaking. I can't wait to see how it plays out. Let's go, motherfucking Bobby Green. This next one, I couldn't believe my fucking ears. Well, my eyes, I should say. Holy cannoli, what the fuck is going down in Brazil? For some apparent reason, Anderson Silva is gonna fight Terry Crews?
Yup.
In a boxing match?
Out of all the random B-list celebrities to be boxing, Terry Crews.
Over, under, I'll set it at 12.5.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Apparently he said he's not fighting him.
What?
Who?
Yeah, I just wanted to look it up to see the details on it, and it was just update. Anderson Silva says he will not be fighting Terry Crews.
What the fuck?
Sad.
Sorry.
Podcast news.
I was going to say over under set at 12.5 the amount of combined drugs used between Terry Crews and Anderson Silva for performance enhancing.
Can I double down on the over? Bro, 12.5? That's Terry Crews alone.
Well, real
Terry
sad.
got that covered.
All right. Well, I guess the last real fight news to go into.
But Terry Crews confirms it, so I don't know. We'll have to see for real.
The real last bit of fight news to go into. Very sad.
Shit, maybe
very
Luke
sad.
Rockhold wasn't lying.
I don't know, but we had International Fight Week co-main event locked in secure. Jamal Hill was taking on Khalil Roundtree. We were saying how bad it was for Jamal turning around real quick, but I guess good for him. He doesn't have to fight Khalil Roundtree because Khalil apparently popped for what he said, DHEA, I think he said.
I don't know. I just
something like that.
But yeah, he popped, and that sucks.
Yeah, he made a statement saying that, he has like a personalized supplement like coming to him and stuff, and it was tainted and he didn't know, but yep.
So hopefully if he can prove that and everything, then it's like it'll just be a very minor suspension probably, and it won't be anything crazy.
Yep.
Depending on like when they caught it and stuff, probably be like 6 months. So it's like when did he fight? His last fight was Bubba Smith.
This was an out of competition for this fight, so this is retroactive to to the Datey Pop, not to the last fight.
No, yeah, I know. I was just curious on when his last fight was, but I don't know. Let's say if it, like a month ago,
December 9th.
December was the last one.
Yeah, I thought that was sooner too.
Yeah, I thought he fought this year. But yeah, who knows? Hopefully it could be like 2 months ago or something, so could be back fucking August or whatever. But that definitely does just suck for him. That would have fucking been a big fight, big opportunity to get himself into a title shot.
Hell yeah.
I've got 2 names for Jamal Hill. 1, Yuri. I would like to see that fight. And then number 2, Nikita Krylov. Because I will keep trying to find this man a fight.
Bro, people, like, Jamal versus Khalil already wasn't really a fucking International Fight Week co-main event. You're going to tell
people
me
would be pissed if it was
Jamal versus Nikita.
Now, if it's Yuri?
The battle of 2 guys that got fucked up by Paul Craig. Like, come on, man. We don't need that for the division. That's how they're going to market International Fight Week? That Scotland's just the best, Like, come on, man.
Over the Irishman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no,
just, they gotta fucking do whatever they gotta do to get fucking Ian Gary versus Colby Covington. That's the best that they could do. Because then it's Ireland versus America.
MVP just said he signed a fight to fight Ian Gary.
Yeah, but it's just not as fun, Ireland versus America, you know what I mean?
Also, that's just not the fight that I wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a good fight for sure, but...
Yeah.
Either way, though, that's all of the fight news, all of the everything that we got to talk about for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. Like and subscribe if you did. We will catch you for the preview, UFC 302. Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. Our boys taking home the title to Louisiana. Right, let's go.
Let's go.
He's getting that Gilly statue. Let's go. Peace out, everyone.